it's Madi. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to be filming a freshman advice video. Also, peep the new setup. I've been trying to make different angles in my room for my YouTube videos. But anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys all the advice and tips I have for incoming freshmen or just any high schoolers in general. Also, anybody can watch this video, like if you're in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, anybody. Okay, so I am going to separate this video into sections. So each section will be like a different category of tips. Alright, you guys, so my overall #1 tip that I feel like anybody can take away from this video is keep your priorities straight. And what I mean by this is like, don't put useless things before your family or school or just anything. Also, don't put social media before school. Do not go scrolling on TikTok for hours when you know you have a boatload of homework to do. I would suggest you just knock the homework out of the way so you can have the rest of the day to chill and relax. School should be at least in your top 3 like main priorities in your everyday life. So once you like knock out all your homework or school, then you can have time to do like other things. But just don't let social media take you away from like the big picture. I know it's so easy to just keep scrolling, but you just have to catch yourself and get in a reality check and be like, I've been scrolling for too long and I know I have other things to do. Do what you need to do, get all of your stuff done, then you can go do other things that aren't like on the top of your priority list. My first real category is study habits / organization. So first, I would suggest building a consistent after school routine. So this kind of goes along with what I just said. But like when you get home, you should have like a muscle memory routine. So for me, when I get home from school, I have a snack and then I'll go on my phone for like 10 minutes while I'm eating the snack. And after that, then I start homework. And I normally start homework around 4:30 or 5. It just depends what time the bus drops me off. Along with this, you should have like a set time frame that you do your homework in. So it could be like from 5 to 7 or 6 to 7:30, like anytime. Don't just go home every day just randomly doing different things. Starting homework at 11 p.m. You know, that's just not good for any of us. And I know I've done this before, that's why I'm telling you all this. I would start homework at like 11 after scrolling on social media. Like, no. Just please take this advice because you do not want to be stressed and pulling all-nighters on school days just to be doing work that you had all this time to do in school or when you got home. Next tip in this category is to have a to-do list. So I normally make my to-do list like Monday. So when the new week starts, each class I write down the agenda for the week, if I have homework, tests, quizzes, projects, like anything like that. And that'll help you stay organized so then you can check it off so you know that you actually did it. I promise to-do lists help so much. To-do lists will keep you in check, like they don't disappoint. Okay, so next I would say have a planner of some type. It just gives you like a whole visual of what you have to do rather than just trying to remember everything in your mind. But if you like write it down, it'll help you remember so much. Next tip in this category, it's something I need to work on. Do not procrastinate. One more time, do not procrastinate. And I know that is so hard because you're like, oh, it's due in 2 weeks. I'm not gonna do it, I have time. But girl, that 2 weeks will fly by. And before you know it, it's the night before. That's the last thing you wanna do, procrastinate. Like, especially in high school, no ma'am. I'll just say get it knocked out as soon as possible. And you won't be stressed. Like that's the biggest thing. You will not be stressed out. I procrastinate so often and like I just have so many sleepless nights because I did not want to do the project because procrastination will lead you nowhere but to stress. I promise you that. And less sleep. Okay, last tip in this category is definitely my favorite, Quizlet. Literally self-explanatory. If you guys don't know what Quizlet is, you're about to find out today. It will literally save your life. Quizlet is no joke. If there's a Quizlet, there's an A. It's like the perfect study website. They upgraded it so you don't have as much like study time after like 5 rounds, but it's still so helpful. I promise anything that you're learning, it will be on Quizlet. You can do practice tests, you can do math. If you do math so much, it'll become muscle memory of what you're learning. This is not even sponsored, but y'all need to find your way over to Quizlet. That will help you so much in high school. Such a great study source because it's just another resource that you can have outside of your teacher's resources, or even if your teacher doesn't provide you with study resources, head your way over to Quizlet.com. Next category is classes. Okay, so my biggest tip for this category is don't take classes that you're not interested in / classes that are too advanced for you just because your friends are doing it. Just don't. They may be taking an honors or gifted class, but that doesn't mean like you should do it just because they're in it. If you know that like science isn't your best subject, don't go taking an honors class just because your friend's doing it. An A in a normal class is better than like a C in an honors class. But also, for the sake of your high school experience, don't take classes that you're not interested in. Like, it just won't be fun, and you won't be as motivated to do the work because you're not enjoying it. So don't do that. Next, take notes. Anytime your teacher has a PowerPoint or is teaching something, jot it down. Or even if there's guided notes, make sure you're paying attention and filling them in, because they will help when it's time to study for the test. Next tip in this category is actually try on your work. Like, actually give some type of effort. Don't just put random stuff on the paper or just guess. Actually try, because if you actually try and put effort into it, you'll most likely understand it more. Next, turn in all work. I mean, those missing grades will hurt you so much. I'm not even kidding. A missing grade can easily take you from an A to a B, or take you from a B to a C, and on and on and on. Think about it. A 0 in the grade book? A 0% in the grade book? Come on now. No ma'am, just do the work, just do the assignment. My teacher this year stressed this so much. Like, a 20 in the grade book is better than a 0. So if you only answer like 2 questions, that's better than a 0. So just turn in all work. But I would advise you that you actually complete it. But if you don't, at least answer a few problems, because some credit is better than none. Like, get those points. Every point counts. Next tip, pay attention. Pretty self-explanatory. Just actually engage in what you're being taught. And I know some teachers aren't like the most exciting and they're kind of boring, but you just gotta push through. Even if you don't like that class, just try your best to pay attention. Ooh, I did not even know y'all could see me right there. My posture is so bad. But yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Just pay attention. Next, I would definitely recommend asking questions. So if y'all are like shy and you don't like talking in front of the class, like me, you can always ask your teacher after class or after school. But don't just walk out the classroom being confused. Just simply ask. Like, I promise the teachers won't bite. Well, they shouldn't, but you know. You don't want to be lost in what you're learning. And like, you could honestly have the same question as other people in your class, so just don't be afraid to ask. Because once you understand what you're doing, it's low-key fun to do the assignment, because you can do it much faster, knock it out the way, and just go relax. And that's my whole mindset. Just get it out the way, then I can go relax, because I don't like school that much, but like, you actually gotta put effort into it. Last tip in this category is don't skip. It's just really pointless. I know it may be like cool, but it's really not. Like, just don't. Because first of all, it'll mess up your attendance. Secondly, you're gonna miss the whole lesson, especially if you're skipping by just standing in the bathroom. Like, ooh, just don't. That's like the nastiest place ever. Public school restrooms, no. If you're skipping class to go stand in the bathroom and talk for an hour, no, that is nasty. But overall, just don't do it. Next topic is friends. I could go on and on about this category. First and foremost, ooh, these bracelets keep like making noise. I'm sorry, I talk with my hands a lot. Y'all probably noticed that. Be prepared to lose and gain friends. It happens at the times you least expect it to. The quote I go by is quality over quantity. It's better to have like 2 solid friends than have like 20 fake friends. But the harsh truth about this category is that friends come and go. But I know as many memories you've had with that friend, not all friendships last. And it's usually for the better. I know at first it's like, wow, like they're not my friend anymore. But you will grow and mature. You'll come to realize that everything happens for a reason. Maybe that friendship wasn't meant to be. And it could be like your best friend that y'all thought y'all were gonna be best friends forever, and then you just randomly stop talking. Like, you're most likely not gonna have your same friend group that you had in middle school. And I know that's from personal experience, but just in general, you're probably not. People are gonna change, because high school is like the type of time where people are kind of finding themselves, finding what they like, their careers, interests, stuff like that. And also, the main reason why people stop being friends is like, you don't have classes with them. Class is like the best time to make friends and talk to people. But if you don't have classes with them, it's like, how are we gonna talk, you know? That's kind of like the main reason, at least for me, when I lost friends, because I did not have classes with them. And I just didn't see them around school like at all. A lot of people need to hear what I'm about to say. Y'all, turn the volume up right now, like right now. This right here, don't let loneliness drive you back to toxic people. Let me say that again. Don't let loneliness drive you back to toxic people. Please say that right now out loud. Don't let loneliness drive you back to toxic people. No, I promise it's not worth it. I know going to school with no friends is hard, but because I've experienced that too. Like the middle of 9th grade, if someone is making you feel bad about yourself, makes you feel like you're the second option, don't go back to them. Just stay true to yourself, and you'll most likely find better friends that actually appreciate you for you. Better days will be on the way, I promise, but just don't let like this idea of loneliness and this feeling of being alone drive you back to people that don't even care about you. Like, just think about that. Like, they don't care about you, so why are you going back to them? Just don't do that. Ooh, I'm sorry if I keep like moving. And I know it can be hard to meet new people and make new friends because you'll feel like your past friends will get mad at you, or you'll be scared because your old friends don't like this person, whatever. But it's not about them. This is your life. But don't let other people stop you from doing what's best for you and what you think is right. This is your journey. Don't let other people interfere. Don't let roadblocks stop you from going in the right direction. I know a lot of people at my school are like, oh, I can't be friends with her because so-and-so doesn't like her, so I don't like her. Like, don't. Especially if that person's actually genuine that you want to be friends with. Don't let somebody else stop you from being friends with them just because they don't like that person. Just actually try and make genuine friends. Anyways, that's the harsh truth, and here are some tips that can help you guys make new friends. First and foremost, just be nice to everyone. In 8th grade, I got a citizenship award, which is basically like an award for being kind to teachers, classmates, staff, like everybody. It's like, what's the point in being mean? Like, I just don't get it. Being nice puts such a good reputation on you. Like, you don't want to be known for being mean. You want to be known for being like very kind, nice, willing to help others. This is a big one. Talk to your table partners. Cause let me tell y'all, my 4th period class, if I would have never talked to them, I would have never laughed so hard in 9th grade. Like, that 4th period class was so funny. Like, my whole table right there, they're hilarious. So just talk to them. And I had lunch with them too. So it's like we saw each other every day for 2 hours because we had lunch and then we had our actual class with study hall in it as well. So we kind of just saw each other for like 2 hours a day. And 5 days a week, that's like 10 hours of just laughing with them every day. I know it can be scary, but just talking to your table partners around you will help so much because, again, you'll see them daily because you'll most likely have this class for the rest of the school year. So you might as well talk to them now because you'll have the whole school year to get closer with them and become friends. But easy conversation starter is asking them about the homework or just like about an assignment. Like, do you understand this? Or like, can you help me with this? Just like collaborating on schoolwork, and then you can kind of grow your conversation, expand your topics, and just talk about regular stuff. I was low. Anyways, I kind of set up higher. Next category is drama. I'm not the type of person that is ever in drama. I stay on the low and mind my own business. Don't be involved in drama whatsoever. As interesting as it may sound, just don't put yourself in that situation. It's best to just be nice to everyone and stay in your own lane. If you think about it, high school is only 4 years out of your life. And you have so much more life to live after high school. So don't be beefing in one class when you probably won't ever see these people again. But if you do find yourself winding up in drama, just be the bigger person. It may be tough or you may be embarrassed to just stop it all, but going back and forth every day and everybody's listening in on it, arguing for no reason, like, I mean, I know there's a reason, but like at the same time, just drop it, squash it, just close it, end it. Just be the bigger person and let it go. You don't need to waste your time and energy when you could be spending that energy on something else more important. Also, don't spread rumors or talk bad about people because you never know who's around, like ever. Somebody that knows this person could hear you and then that can start a whole nother thing. Okay, now I'm just gonna give you guys overall advice. So this is just advice that I didn't really know where to categorize it. First one is set goals. I know that sounds broad, but like I mean it. So after your first full week of school, you know, like once you got a little feel for everything, I would take some time out to regroup and set goals for the year. So like once you meet all your teachers and you see like kind of the workload you're gonna be having, set goals. Because I feel like when you set goals, it just gives you that motivation to actually want to get things done because you have this goal right here. All these itty bitty steps can help you achieve it. Oh, there's a plane. What was I talking about? Oh, goal examples. Okay, making all A's or all A's and B's could be to study more, could be to fix sleep schedule. Oh, those words right there, sleep schedule, non-existent to me, non-existent. So that is a goal of mine. Like I actually want to fix it or improve it. Because every night during night day, I would just fall asleep at random times. Like it was not healthy. And it wasn't good for like future me in the morning waking up because I would be so tired. The next overall tip is set a good reputation for yourself. Like when somebody says your name, you want them to think of like, oh yeah, she's respectful, responsible, very nice, willing to help. You don't want anybody to be like, oh, she's mean. Next, I would say get involved with the school. This is actually something like I kind of did not do ninth grade year. Join school sports clubs, attend football games. I know some of y'all are like, I would go to football games, but like I don't have any friends to go with. You can always ask that classmate, table seat partner, have fun, go out there, meet new people. You can even bring a friend from another school, a cousin, family friend, like anybody to go with you. Oh, this is a good one. Relax and take breaks when needed. Don't drive yourself so hard to where like you're burnt out. Actually kind of like manage your schoolwork and relaxation time. Like that's really big for me. Like I like to relax, I like to sleep. So if you feel yourself like kind of like I don't feel like doing that, don't force yourself to do it. Like kind of step away, get a break, go drink some water and then come back to it. But don't just work without any breaks. So yeah, basically know your body and know when to take a break. Next is reach out for help when you need it. This one I feel like people kind of like don't understand, but like popularity does not matter. Okay, so we're coming to like an end. I only have 2 more tips for you guys. So the first day is very easy and simple, so don't stress too much about it. I promise it is so chill. Like honestly, all first days are very chill, but I feel like people when they think of high school, they're like, oh no, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, like but it's so chill. Also, speaking of first day, I would recommend going to orientation. Might want to do that. Going to orientation just helps you get a feel for the school. High schools are so much bigger than middle schools. It's so easy to get lost when you're the freshman. Like you don't want to be like too lost in the first day of school. Practice walking around your schedule. I did that last year at orientation. I practiced like walking it like 5 times. I promise. If you just go to orientation and practice walking your schedule, it helps. And speaking of first day, if you're allowed to have your phones at your school, my school is, put your schedule on your phone. It is so helpful. You know how you have like the lock screen? Just as soon as you open your phone, you should be able to see it. So make it your lock screen. If you're not allowed to have your phone, have it printed out in like one of those clear binders so you can like see it vividly, because you don't want to be late to class because you don't know where you're going next. Lastly, I would say don't take anything for granted. High school will fly by, and I'm saying this as an upcoming sophomore, but literally freshman year went by in the blink of an eye. Yes, I know it's easy to complain about stuff like, oh, I don't like this class, I don't like this teacher, but like it'll go by so fast. So that is basically all of my tips. So just again, do not be scared. High school is not as bad as it seems. Like it's not as bad as they make it seem on movies, but it's not High School Musical. Like it's not that perfect. But you know, I kind of went off topic and I probably left a lot of things out, but I feel like this is a good like overall little advice video. You got this. You got this. Fist bump. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys in the rest of my back to school content this year. Bye.